hi. Sorry to hear about your earthquake. Must have scared the crap out of you. Luckily, you were awake. And then again, if you'd been asleep, you probably would have slept through it. That's actually one of the few things I don't have to worry about here because I'm living in a caravan, and it's just nothing's going to collapse. The wheels will shake. I suppose this bit could, but I don't think it will. Anyway, uh, yeah. Okay. Now I feel I owe you an explanation. That's I'm sort of cracking up, and you must think, what the fuck is he on about? Really underneath it all. Well, the situation is, um, yesterday was just one of those days where it's, oh my God, look at the tools. Oh, look at how it's growing. It's just, and you don't really know what I'm talking about. I think I mentioned before, how for years I always saw that I was building a cyberspace market harvester. And that's just the way I saw bookkeeper support. Only difference there was Sue was making cold calls and that sort of thing. But I saw it as okay, I'll backtrack a little bit. Australians are pretty good at making machines. They're not bad at making boats, sailing boats, believe it or not. And they're also not bad at building machines that either like harvesters and even for gold drilling and gold mining. Like we've got this one of our junior miners. It's still huge, but they had to dig all this hard rock, and they needed a machine to dig it. So they went overseas and they got one. They brought it back, and the thing shook to pieces in half a day. So they said, "Oh, stuff it. We just made our own." And it's just something that I've noticed that we are good at. Like you sort of stand back and you think, what apart from sport, what are Australians good at? And I figure, well, it's machinery making, specialised machinery making. Like we made a stump jump harvester years ago. Used to have all these stumps, clear land, and the stump would be left in the ground at a ruin the plough, or the stump jump plough. It was not a harvester. Yeah, so we invented one of those, and a few other things, but apart from the hills hoist, that's where you hang your clothes on, that thing you wind up. Yeah, we did that apparently. Yeah. Yeah. So I figured, okay, well, if we make machines and we're good at it, why don't I just do that? Anyway, yeah, it led to this. I think I told you about that program. I watched that TV program where they said, Australians aren't very good at market harvesting. They can make products and stuff, but they can't actually harvest the market. So I thought, why don't I make a cyberspace market harvester? So it's all in my head, of course, but all the tools, you don't make it out of metal and wheels and things. It's all on the internet. Just different things you can put into this sort of mental vision of a market harvester. And I even drew a picture of it and hung it up, and I lost the bloody thing. But it had a big light at the front that swung through the blackness, and had a scoop, and it came through, and it was all processed. And that was my view of a cyberspace market harvest. It was like something out of Star Wars. It was just this big, awesome, machine passing over. And I used to joke that, Sue took it down to the south coast and pranged it again. I thought it was funny. Everybody else thought, what the fuck are you talking about? But yeah, I've just got this. So now what I think I've done, with paper trails, I've made one to go all around the world. Let's go to Thailand. Bang! Oh shit, I didn't like it. Yeah, and and I thought, well, when you came along, you're perfect, because remember that story? You've forgotten it, in VI, where we were having all those fights in the make-believe tank. You were up in the turret shooting, bang, 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 and I was down the bottom passing up the ammo. That's sort of a mental machine. Yeah. I visualise you with your gloves with the fingers pointing at you. What do they say, Bob? What do they say? Hit them. Yeah. So yeah, and I thought, ah, perfect. Yeah, boom, we're good. Yeah, that's why I want you to sort of to be able to climb into the machine with me. I want, I'll have to, subscribe you and get you on, and get you, 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 you're co-pilot. You're not, that's what you really are, co-pilot. Oh God, I don't know what I am. A fucking Fruit Loop engineer. Maybe you better be the pilot. Yeah, you be the pilot. I'll just be the mechanic. What do I do here? Yeah, yeah. So that's what I thought was funny. So, yesterday, it was just it astounds me that I can actually that I can um, actually know how to do all these things. Whoops. Hang on. Oh, we're frozen again. Bloody thing. Go. There we go. Go. Yeah, it must be up to 100. Yeah, come on. Fuck you. Oh, is it going? Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, there you go. Just like to get that fixed. Yeah, so, yeah, because I, when you sign up for Google Business, thank goodness I've done the things I've done in my life. Because if you didn't, even if you had a great idea, if you didn't know your way around computers and around web pages and hosting panels and all that sort of thing, you'd be fucked. You'd pack up, you'd freak. Because I had to go into cPanel as control panel in my, I call it cPanel, in my hosting in HostGator. And I'm in there's a thing in there in the mail section, and I had no idea what it was. It turned out to be very simple, and I sort of figured it out half on my own and half with the help of a vid. Yeah, so, but I got it to work, and I said, yeah, it's approved. But the mail still goes through to spam, but I've changed, essentially, I get the emails to go through HostGator and then to Google. Uh, yeah, uh, so if we get we probably have to do support and all that sort of thing. I don't know how we're going to do this. But yeah, so that's. But I mean, I guess there's just so much, so many different, or it seems like there's so much that maybe there isn't. It just seems like there's so many little places that you have to know where to go. Even just putting the web page together, like it used to be that you'd come up with an idea and you get a web page design, you get a this, you get a that. Well, I'm just doing it all. I'd probably get a designer, but um, yeah, and I'm doing pretty much all of it, and you just get the plug-in. Like I had to put the meta tags in between the heads, which I can do on HTML. Yeah, but what you do here is you download a plugin. It's called meta tags. You got 50 to choose from, and you put the code in. That's so that Google can verify that you own the domain. Yeah, and you verify it when you're setting up your Google. And I say, yep, you tick, you've done. You're right. So, and it becomes really, for me, it becomes addictive when I can just click on things and I know what, and I just think, oh, gee, that's good, that worked, and I know what I'm doing. It's I don't know, maybe it's a control thing or something, but yeah, but the whole thing in my mind is just like this giant instrument panel on a machine. You know what I mean? Um, and we're going through in the blackness. You can't see anything. It's just blackness, and all you've got are all these things that it's like being in a submarine almost, and you're pinging. Yeah, that's why I call it pinging. Yeah, you're pinging the world. You're bang. Okay, what's happening? And you can't see anything. You're just looking at this, looking at that. Looking, yeah, okay, what's going on there? What are they doing? This is something like paper trail. Yeah, but that's what it's like. It's like a submarine going through, the dark, cold ether of cyberspace. Funny. Yeah, so that's just, I'm so nervous now whether it's going to work or not, because if it doesn't, I'll be so disappointed. It's so much fun doing this. Driving around the world in a bloody make-believe harvester. I mean, That's where the Google bus probably came in, right? Yeah, it's like you've got a screen. Yeah, let's go to Greece. Let's see what happens there. Oh shit! Yeah, maybe we should do it in Greek. Well, there's no money in Greece. Get out of there, back off. Strip the gears. Hey, boy. But it's just, yeah, you just drive all over the world, go to different places. All up the east coast of America, all up the west coast of America, across the centres, and just say, oh, not bad here, it's pretty good. We could even do a second harvest and get someone else to drive around. Oh, where have you been? Oh, we've been here, there. Oh, good. Why not? Yeah, harvesting the world. Fucking fun, actually, when you think about it. Yeah, but what you do is you sort of scatter out some, it's a machine where it doesn't have a light, or maybe it does, but yeah, you've got a light and you scatter these advertisements out and you're watching. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and that's sort of how I see it. And you can be sitting in Romania, other side of the planet, and watching the control as well. But see, I think I need a third screen. I've got two, but I need a third one just to watch everything. I don't know. I think I don't know how this is all happening. But it's starting. I can feel it. It's sort of taking hold. Things just happen, and then I'm actually getting them done, and this is happening. And all of the plugins just make it so damned easy. And it's just, you don't have to, like, years ago, I would have had to have got someone to code half of this stuff. And they'd have no idea what I was talking about, but I can get a plug-in, don't like it, get rid of it, yeah, get another one. They're all free. Yeah, sometimes you buy one, like I bought the shopping basket. Yeah, which I've got to hook up today. Ooh. Yeah, but it's not like you just do a web page and put it up there boring, and then try and organise a sponsor. No, there's nothing like that. No, this is just like, so now you've got the we'll go for a drive. And you just drive all over the world with this fucker. For a woman that's never, been for a drive, you got to learn a fucking funny one. Oh, that's interesting. I never heard of that country before. Actually, I never heard of that whole continent before. uh, um, and we'll probably have to work out how to do it in different places. Whether we have to get it converted, if it works, but it just all has to be translated into. So we've got all that to arrange. It could be quite a huge thing, but it's a whole village concept with the market harvester. See, and you and I are up there. You're driving the fucker. You've never driven anything in your life. That's funny because I always end up with talking and knowing people who either can't drive or hate driving. Sue couldn't drive. You don't drive. Raf doesn't drive. Yeah. My best friend at school didn't want to drive, couldn't drive. And I love driving. I just love it to bits. You guys have got no idea, and here I am. maybe, maybe I think you don't want to drive cars, but you can drive this sucker. I hope it works. Fuck, it's fun. It is, for me, it's actually good fun. And it's a distraction, just keeps my mind off things. Otherwise, I'd just drink myself to death, probably. I hope it works. And really, it's either going to work or it's not. It's either going to work fabulously well or it's not. But yeah, that's sort of where I'm going with it. We just drive everywhere with the sucker. Sorry, I think it's funny. It just doesn't exist. It's just, it's just, it's just, I'm sitting on a seat here in Australia, in a caravan of all things, driving this make-believe machine here, there, and everywhere. The funny thing is, because I'm watching all of this police violence and what's happening in the world, and I mean, the one thing that through my own experience, the one feature that's common to all, and I see so much evidence of it, is people are just making up complete bullshit. I told you about the guy living opposite. He pretended that he was giving tobacco to his neighbour. to the extent he even told me. I mean, how easy was it to check out? Gwen, is he doing that? No. What the fuck? But and then because I noticed it when it happened after my estrangement, after my separation, that people were just making up the most unbelievable stories. I had a guy tell me that he and his wife were going to sue the local hospital and they'd been told they will get $2.5 million from it. And I thought, oh, okay. And then a while later, he said, oh, his wife died. And he said, oh, thank God, I got a check in the mail this morning for $250,000. Thanks, Laney. Thanks for doing that for life insurance. Yeah, it made it out to me. Okay. And yet nothing changed. He had an old car he bought for $1,000. He didn't upgrade the car. I mean, first thing I'd do is upgrade the car to some extent, anyway. Yeah, if I had $250,000, no, didn't change it. Didn't change anything. And it was just, I sort of figured, no, it's just all made up bullshit. Like, why? And there are other people doing it. It's just story. People probably thought I would, there's so much bullshit now that people thought I was probably making up the stories. And it's just, and I mean, Sue just went to the police and to mental health, just fabricated the whole thing. And they just took it and expanded on it, and I thought, gee whiz, it's just all people just making up. So, but what I'm making up is it's clearly made up bullshit. I don't mind saying that. It's just a way of sort of describing. Otherwise, I'm just a man sitting in front of a computer in Grafton in Australia. So, I sort of have to, it's an analogy type of thing. It's like a little bit like the mule and the old man. I mean, that's made up bullshit, but I use it to describe our relationship. And can you see what I'm saying? I can, if I just say, smack that mule in the arse, you know what I'm talking about, whereas nobody else would. What the fuck are you two on about? Or if I said to you, look, just carry the fucking fish with you. Just do your job and carry the fish. You would understand, whereas nobody else would. But that's what I mean. That's why I use a made-up bullshit cyberspace market harvester. And hopefully I'll have quite a few people that all know what we're talking in the different areas. I go down and see. go down and see such and such. She's down in the engine room. Oh, where? What's that? It's just. I don't know. I think it's funny. Because it's just, like your factory you're working in with a steam turbine. You'd have accounts and you would have had marketing and you would have had this, and all the girls that know. Oh, you go down to see Terry. It's all such and such. It's such and such, and or when they'd say, oh, I'll go over and see Karina at quality control, and you would have had an office and a room, I suppose, and I don't know, a couple of you there, but I don't know what the story was. But you see what I'm saying? It was a whole. That's what I see is that the market harvester being like, just different areas. But to make it more like a factory, or make it like a harvester. Yeah, you're working on the harvester. Yeah. Otherwise, none of it makes sense. It's look, it might not happen, but if it does, yeah, that's how I would sell it to people. Say, yeah, it's like, you go down and see, Karina's driving, don't piss her off. She's busy bagging into countries. Yeah, but see, I reckon you'd probably have to be the main pilot. You'll need a co-pilot or two or three, to sort of feed you the information like I was feeding you in the tank. People saying, you'd be saying, well, oh, what's the hell's going, what the fuck's going on here now? And blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, no, fuck off, I'm busy. I don't know. It's just, oh God, thank God, Tina's gone off. She was in a room getting naked again. I wish she wouldn't do it. She's a really nice girl. Something's going wrong in her life. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted there. Yeah. So yeah, I hope that sort of explain. I know it sounds weird. And oh my God, some dials and things. Yeah, so this is me. I know. I'm. This is what I'm trying to say. I know what all the instruments are. I'm just barely keeping them contained because there's just more and more and more, that I'm aware of. And like, just say somebody else was to join um, now, and they might have heard of what I was discussing, but where to get them, how to look at them, how to get into, they have no idea. It'd be quite a training process in showing them around even you'd have absolutely no idea. You'd be going, huh? What the fuck's that thing? What's this? What? Yeah, and I don't think anything of it, but I reckon, would be underwater, just thinking, I don't know what's happening, Bob. And I say, yeah, no, it's like that until you actually get familiar with every process and every panel and all that sort of thing. Even just running an advertisement, flicking the ads out in front of the machine, that's hard enough. But yesterday I was saying, oh shit, we're going to need support. That means someone has to be there in case somebody can't download their clues. We have to deal with them. We can't just leave them there. They've paid 50 cents or $1 or whatever. They want their clues. So you need somebody to actually, get in touch with them and say you're here, or work out a process of doing it. Yeah. Come on, you got to admit, you've never seen a business like this, eh? It's not even a business. It's a cyberspace market harvester. Let me just drive. See, I like driving. Love it. Love driving. Just looking around, going around. I really miss it. Yeah. So maybe this is the whole thing. I just thought, oh fuck it, let's make a harvester. Because I don't think the other one will be, the accounting one will be like a harvester, because it'll be, it could be, I suppose, a different form of a harvester. Yeah, but this one's more general. Like, everybody's got kids. And so, yeah, no, it's just going different places. I just think fucking fun. Um, yeah, that's, yeah, I mean, why not? I'm probably not going to make any money, but let's have a bit of fun, even in the lead up to it, even just imagining it. Yeah, well, I hope you find it fun anyway. But look, anyway, this is up to 22 minutes. I'd better go. I don't know what I'm going to do. What did I say I had to do? I'll get the bloody basket hooked up. Don't want to. Isn't there something else I can do? Probably not. Yeah, all right. Well, try and get over the shock of the shake. It's. I imagine they would be terrified. A huge sort of. I've never been one. We had one near Sydney. Oh, years and years and years ago. But I didn't even feel it. Yeah, apparently they say you should stand in the doorway or some damn thing. You've got the other worry. You're in a multi-story building. There's a caravan. I mean, fuck, even if the thing fell on me, I don't get hurt. It would, but I mean, it's just, yeah, it's not going to happen. Flooding is my problem, but I don't worry about that too much now either. Anyway, look, that's what I was laughing about. Uh, and at this stage, I'm still able to sort of mentally know where everything is. Maybe I should draw a control panel. That might be an idea. You know, just to maybe I could do one with a program. Yeah, maybe that's an idea. Shit, hadn't thought of that. Yeah, so you could actually cyberspace market harvester control panel. Yeah, with steering wheel and everything. Gears. Okay, I'm going. Talk. Bye.